We filled the need. Whatever her needs are, we fill them at the pregnancy care centers.
Yep.
And she walked out there going, wow, you guys do really great work. We got a Democratic legislative assistant to say, wow, you guys do really great work. Instead of saying, you guys are fake clinics, get out of here, right? This is good stuff. And this is how we change the legislature. This is how we change culture. We tell stories.
Yeah. Whereas like an abortion center would not benefit, would not give any benefit or help or anything, like profiting off of the death of your children and kicking you out the door. Like,
well, if you look at Planned Parenthood statistics,
not caring about your health either. So.
It's it's something like the number of adoption referrals is something like 0.5%, I think, of the number of abortions. Like it's, I forget exactly what 400,000 say abortions and like 1,000 referrals for prenatal or 1,000 for adoption. It's their business is not helping, even though that's what they say. Their business is abortion.
Yeah,
is money.
Exactly. One of the other stories that was told was about a young woman who came into the center, decided for abortion anyway, took the pills, checked back in a few days later because she thought she made a mistake. Okay, we'll walk you through it. We don't, we care about you. We're sad that you made the decision that you made, but we're going to walk you through this. And then 6 weeks later was still bleeding. And so she came into the pregnancy care center. So the first thing they did was call the doctor that prescribed the pills. And that doctor said, I don't know anything about this. Not my problem. You prescribe pills to her and it's not your problem. Then he suggested that they call the local abortionist. They said, we don't see post-abortion. Mm-hmm. And then they went to her doctor, who was a pediatrician. He said, I don't know what to do, but you need to see somebody immediately. So that pediatrician and the pregnancy care center combined found her a gynecologist who was able to look into her and say, you know what, we need to do a D&C because you still have retained some of the baby. Oh. And had she not come into the pregnancy center, it may have been another several hours or days before she finally got sick enough to go to the hospital. And by then she would have had sepsis, and who knows what happens from there. But the fact that her doctor that gave her the pills was like, not my problem. And the abortion clinic in town was like, we don't do that. That spoke volumes, because it's like, you're not caring for the women after their abortion, even when their abortion is not complete.
Yeah. And that would be a medical fact statistic that is not used against Planned Parenthood or the doctor that prescribed the abortion pills, or it just disappears into not my problem, not my fault, never happened.
And it's even worse when it's a telehealth abortion and you don't even know where your doctor was. They may not have even been in this country. Yeah. It's anyway, this is how we change people's minds, because when you tell that story, it's not like somebody go, nuh-uh, Planned Parenthood will always take care of you after the abortion. Will they? Call them up and ask. I remember seeing a clip of Kristen Hawkins, and somebody said there's nobody doing third trimester abortions. She goes, huh. She calls up, and then she put it on speakerphone. She's like, hi, yeah, I'm 26 weeks pregnant. I've just decided I can't go through with this baby. And they asked her questions. Are you healthy? Yeah. Is the baby healthy? Yeah. Okay. Do you want to come in on Friday for your abortion? She's like, yeah, let's do this. Proof. And then she turned it off. And it was like,
wow.
They're willing to abort my fake baby at 26 weeks and willing to make an appointment for me to have the abortion before they even examine me. Mm-hmm. Like, this isn't a good standard of medical care. No. And then nobody in that room can deny it. Like, okay, we thought they weren't happening on Healthy Women, Healthy Babies, but you just called them up and showed that they're willing to do it on Healthy Women, Healthy Babies. Mm-hmm. And these are the things, and then when I recant that story and tell that story and then find the video and show them, it's impossible for anybody to go, well, that never happened. Well, yeah, it did. This isn't AI. This is real life. Mm-hmm. These things do happen. And that's what slowly over time changes people's intuition, their gut reaction. Because right now, so many people, their gut reaction is, well, if she's pregnant and she's still in school, she needs to have an abortion. That way she can finish school. It's just their automatic, what they've been told is the way to think. And we need to just start re-educating them, because your intuition, that gut reaction, is based on your education and your experience. So the stories we tell, re-educate them into understanding abortion's not healthy, it's not good, it's not easy, it's and that the pregnancy care centers, the pro-lifers, are there to help. We actually do care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, like, carrying out the pregnancy is like safer for everybody, like everybody in the picture. So, we're almost out of time, but I had another question about, like, what do you think about stories in TV, in movies, in like musicals? I don't know, something like that. Books, like, do you find that can affect people?
Yeah, I mean, it does, absolutely. So what you're talking about is stories out in culture. And how many times in television have we seen on a medical show, oh, she has to have an abortion, or oh, the she didn't get her abortion because of the laws in the state, or whatever it is. And there's never any episode showing the negative side effects. They never show the woman, the girl, crying afterwards for days on end. They don't show, with the pill abortions, the bleeding that goes on for weeks. I mean, weeks of bleeding is what you're signing up for when you take that abortion pill. Nobody even talks about that. There is one show that did. It was the Amazing Mrs. Maisel. Amazing Mrs. Maisel.
Marvelous.
Yeah, right?
The Marvelous
Yeah,
Mrs. Maisel.
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And spoiler alert, people, but it's been out for several years. The ex-husband's girlfriend got pregnant, and she was in med school, and he was all ready to start a family with her, not get married, but start a family with her. And she's like, I took care of it. And then she broke off the relationship, and she was cold and just went off. And for 2 episodes, they showed him heavy drinking and being more morose and kind of a little semi-abusive to the people in his lives, just being mean and angry. And then by the 3rd episode, he snapped out of it. And so you saw some grief after the abortion and some depression after the abortion, but it just disappeared after 2 episodes. It's okay. He's still good. Don't worry. He's fine now. Just like, Planned Parenthood wants us to believe. And so the more we can get the stories out there, and that's why I think of movies like Bella, that I know that's like from back in the 2000s, but it's a story of a young woman who finds herself pregnant, and then some guy enters her life and decides to help her through and care for her and say, I'll adopt the baby. And it was all because he had lost a child years before. I can't even think of any other like pro-life movies that are out there, movies that have got, all movies have pro-life themes. A lot of movies have pro-life.
Yes.
Sung Song Blues just came out. It is not the story of Neil Diamond. It is the story of a Neil Diamond impersonator. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling that for you. Such an excellent movie. One of my friends, Laura Streitman, watched on a plane, and then while she was on the plane, wrote a review of it and told pro-lifers to go out and watch it. So I watched on a plane, sung Neil Diamond out to my heart's content. And there is a moment where, as Laura says, she's waiting for them to abort. She's waiting for them to abort. She's waiting for them to abort. I don't want to give it away, but just say.
Song Sung Blue. Yes. Yeah.
The fact that you love the movie doesn't give anything away about the outcome.
No, and it was such a good movie. Oh my gosh.
I see it too. I see it in movies. And it's just like, that's what people want to see. They want to see, when you see a mother, laying down her, like giving up for her children, or you see someone contemplating, like a woman contemplating abortion in the episode, but then it flips, like the twist is she kept the baby and like everyone's happy for her. And like, so, or, that's what people are really longing to celebrate, is that good triumphing.
And I feel like that's in a lot more shows. Like I was just watching this is kind of like alternative history show For All Mankind, and in one of the episodes, like 10 or 20 people decide to stay on Mars. They know it's going to be a year and a half because this one woman is pregnant, and if
Yeah.
she gives birth on the Mars base or whatever it was, it's like her and the baby will die and she might die. But if they can get her up there, and but like they only have enough fuel for just her. And so they all say, yes, we are all going to stay here for a year and a half voluntarily to protect that baby and that mother. And I feel like that's what our culture, that is Hollywood, right? That they're not even trying. That's what they
the
are.
stories of sacrifice and success are uplifting and positive and happy and give us hope. I mean, can you just imagine like a romance novel where it was like, oh, honey, I'm pregnant. Oh, I love you. Let's go kill our baby. Take a look at the guy, the YouTuber who just was supposedly all excited about their baby, and then they found out it had Down syndrome. And don't worry, we took care of the problem before it became a problem, because after all, there was a 70% chance it would have to wear glasses, and there was a 50% chance it might have surgery on its heart. And so, I mean, nobody wants to deal with that, and it would never be normal, and it would never have regular levels of intelligence. So we just took care of it because whatever. And he's shocked that everybody turned against him. No, the story we want to hear is seeing your child grow up and thrive and excel your grossest, worst fears. Not that you took care of the problem. Now we're going to go on and act like it never happened. And because it happened. That baby existed. We celebrated with him when he announced the baby, and we celebrated when they did the gender reveal. And then you just want us to pretend like it didn't exist because you decided that you didn't want to deal with the problems of parenthood that comes with a baby that's got some special needs. Well, I'm sorry, there's no guarantee that your baby will never have problems. One of my little cousins developed some sort of weird leukemia out of nowhere. They didn't abort him. He was 8 years old. They went out and they got the best treatment for him, and he's healed, and now he's in college and getting ready to graduate. You know?
Yeah.
We don't give up on our family. We love them, and we help them, and we lift them up. And so you're right. That's the stories we want to see. We don't want to see stories of death and destruction, which is why they don't show us the aftermath. And it's usually not your main character getting the abortion. It's side characters, or they come in for one episode and then they disappear so that they can make the liberal case, but then we don't have to deal with the ickiness afterwards because we didn't really care about that character. We didn't bond to that character.
Yeah. And how a child with special needs would actually like change you as a person, right?
Yeah.
Like change your life and make you, more like the love of God, for people.
And I would say that any child would do that, but especially one with special needs. But thank God I can abort my baby so I don't have to change, because I like my life exactly how it is. And a child will never change me. Like, it's disgusting, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't believe that. Do not cut that and clip that and pretend like that's really me. But that was the message we were getting from that YouTuber. It was like, oh, good, we took care of it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. We're fine. She's crying a little bit today, but we're going to be back. We're going to be fine. Like, are you? Are you really fine? No, this isn't fine. This isn't right. And you know it. And you knew it because you posted on Facebook trying to find somebody to tell you that it was the right decision. And nobody did.
Right.
Yeah, there was I think that people really understand, especially you look at like China and stuff like that with aborting girls. I think people intuitively know that like discriminating against killing people because you don't like something about them is wrong. Like you don't like their gender, you don't like their disability. And somebody we worked with on the anti-euthanasia, fighting the euthanasia bill here in New Hampshire. We got to chatting at some point, and I later found out that this person was the chairperson of their town or city Democrat committee, and they told me, hey, I actually supported you guys when you guys had a bill in to ban discrimination against to ban abortion discrimination over disabilities, because she has a child with Down syndrome. And
Good.
she's like, yeah, I actually supported you guys on that. And so I think that really resonates because people realize, no, you can't say to somebody, I don't think your life is worth living. That's not our job.
Yeah. And sometimes
Yeah.
it's like the liberal people, like, who are also caring, like offering their, like,
Yeah.
they work to care for people with disabilities, and so that is encouraging.
It's a disconnect, right? There was an interesting video I saw yesterday. It was a man on the street video, and the woman said, "Oh, of course I'm pro-abortion. I think it's awful that you're here at the gay rally." And she said, the girl who's doing the interview said, "Well, what if it's after some time they can develop the gay gene, and they can develop a test for the gay gene? Should I be allowed to abort my baby if I don't want it to be gay?" And the woman stopped and went, "No. Well, wait. You should be able to abort for any reason, but not because it's gay. So I want you to be able to have an abortion, but not because it's gay."
Mm-hmm.
And then she started talking to her, and then she started, like, you could see the cognitive dissonance just grinding the gears in her head to a halt. And she's like, okay, so maybe not for any reason after some point. Maybe we just have abortion for any reason up to 12 weeks, and then after that, only for certain reasons, like health of the mother. And it was like, okay, well, I'm wheeling you in, right? Like, you just went from, we are the worst people in the world for standing here at the gay rights rally with signs to say, don't abort your babies, to, actually, I kind of agree with you. Like, and that is one of the cool things that we see. All the pieces of the mosaic need to be put into place. It's all of the colors of Joseph's coat. You asked me for a Bible verse. Joseph's coat of many colors. If every color weren't in place, it wouldn't be nearly as beautiful. We all need to do our piece, because you're not going to find me at a gay rights rally holding a sign saying, don't abort your gay baby. But somebody was there, and they changed this woman from abortion through all 9 months to no abortion after 12 weeks. I'll take it. Victory.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good enough? No, but we've got her moving in the right direction. So now let's keep her moving, because she no longer thinks we're evil incarnate, and she actually kind of agrees with at least one of our positions. And so we're moving in the right direction. So let's just keep telling those stories, showing up, doing our pieces, building that mosaic, and making people pro-life.
So Dena, every time I talk to you, I feel like I learned a lot. If people want to hear more of your wisdom, how can they do that?
Leadershipinstitute.org/pro-life. We have classes, pro-life classes all around the country. I will come out to any community that wants a class, and I get to do it until the VPs tell me otherwise. I get to do it for free. So when I say free, I literally mean I travel to you. I bring guest speakers. We pay for it. You find me a room, preferably a free one, and an audience, and we'll present some sort of program to show you how to do what you want to do better. Well, Dena, what are you going to talk about? I don't know. What do you want me to talk about? What do your people need to talk about? So there on your screen, you see that there's one coming up. It's actually hybrid, so you online or in person, the Persuasive Comms and Get Out the Vote. And that one is specifically for Virginia, but anybody can join us. It's the evening of June 23rd. The group Virginians for Preborn Justice came to me and said, hey, Dena, we've got this training on messaging, but we need help with the Get Out the Vote piece. Do you want to join forces? I said, yes, let's do it. They picked out the date. It's actually at our offices here in Arlington, Virginia, which is why I can also do it hybrid, because we've got the ability to turn the cameras on and turn the mics on and have people watch and join us from their own homes. And so you'll be able to see the Virginians for Preborn Justice do their piece on how to talk about these abortion amendments and how to take action. And then I'll follow up with Get Out the Vote and door knocking and phone calling and postcard writing and texting and going to the polls and just asking people to vote the way you want them to. And so that's what I do. What do you need? I go around the country and I fill those needs. So a lot of groups say, well, we don't have enough funders, or after Roe versus Wade fell, everybody thinks abortion's done and our donations are down. Well, good. I've got a comprehensive fundraising class September 15th, 16th, and 17th. And then because fundraising relies on storytelling, but we don't get into storytelling during the comprehensive fundraising class, that's why September 18th we're doing the comprehensive fundraising.
Wow.
So, and that's all coming up. We'll be at the Samaritan Summit. We'll be at the Sidewalk Advocates Summit. We'll be in Colorado. I'm all over the place. I'm leaving for Memphis here in a few days. And then I'm going to the Wisconsin Right-to-Life Youth Camp. So I go all over the place. I show up and I bring dinner, and you just need to find me an audience.
I guess I would call what you do being pro-life, because you are pro helping the pro-life. So it's like you're pro-life. So
there you go. I am here to support you. Yes, I am in support of pro-life. I am pro-life.
Yay! Yay! Well,
Dena, thank you so much for coming on. It is always a pleasure to talk to you. You are full of wisdom, and I pray that God would bless you in your many experiences and your many millions of miles of travel.
People, faces.
Thank you guys so very much for all that you do for the people up in New Hampshire, the women and babies and families, and the men up in New Hampshire, protecting them from the horrors of abortion. So thank you.
Thanks, Dena. All right, everybody.
God bless y'all.
Have a great week and be ever living. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Ever Living Podcast, a podcast by New Hampshire Right-to-Life, New Hampshire's oldest and most active pro-life organization. You can learn more about our work and learn how to get involved at www.nhrtl.org. If you would like to donate to our mission, you can make a donation at www.nhrtl.org/donate. See you next week. May God bless you and be very near to you, and may you be ever living.